We're back, man. We're back, and we're bad. No, we're back, man. And y'all like hearing the truth. Share my shit. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Pass it along, man. Pass it along. Ain't that right, baby girl? Pass it along.
Right. We want you to do your due diligence to get the word out. That's all we ask.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want anything else from
That's
you,
all.
but to help us let other people know
Get
what's
the word
really
out.
going on behind those
What's really going on?
evil walls and that evil entity that calls itself corrections, but it's really torture. I'm sure that there's.
Yeah. Yeah, right. How can they call themselves corrections, man? They ain't corrected nothing. They can't even correct the damn their lies and their manipulations and torture. They can't correct shit. Right? They're fucking straight crap. I don't call it corrections.
No.
This shit is garbage. Just like, the CDCR. How's there an R in that? There shouldn't be no R in that because it's like there ain't no rehabilitation.
Not really. Not in the larger capacity. Tim checked in. Tim K says good evening. Good evening, Tim. Thank you for joining
good evening,
us.
Tim.
Sonny's here.
Yeah,
Hi,
Tim.
Sonny.
How you doing, Sonny? We send ours to you guys, man. We're just sitting here chit-chatting, man, me and my wife, about a few things, We want to, share it with you guys and the world, basically, and, hang out with you guys for a little bit, man. We've been doing these videos in the evening time, hoping people get home from work, so everybody can get a chance to get in on this and check us out. We did one on what's that other thing, babe?
What, the Instagram?
Instagram platform. Yeah, we did something on Instagram, a short one the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah. We're setting up a new
out.
Instagram, and it is solid _behind
Yeah.
or it's one word. I can't remember. It's new, but you'll recognize it. That little bird with the blue backgrounds there, and we're putting out the message to put out the message there. So, it'd be nice to get some followers. I am not the best at social networking. I know people who got tens of thousands of followers, and it's just like, I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they attract them, but I'm doing my best. We're out here telling the truth, and God forbid the truth be told, because you know how people just can't stand the truth.
They can't handle the truth.
They can't.
You beat me on that wall. Like Jack Nicholson said, man. What was that? A Few Good Men? That was a good one. That was a good movie.
Yeah, well, Tim K just said I like the evening videos and also know that you'll be live on Wednesday and Saturday. That's pretty much what we've been trying to set a little pattern. We went out Friday because I had something to do on Saturday, but
right.
Yeah, we kind of like it. I wish we were more about the mornings, but we know that people just aren't tuned in the morning, so we make our exceptions.
Yep, that's right, man. We try to catch y'all, man, a little bit in the evening time, This way everybody can get in and we can have some Q&A sessions while we're doing it, and hanging out with you guys, so feel free to ask anything. And if I can't answer, I just won't do it, and I'll be straight up with you, because there's just certain things I can't talk about and I won't. But other than that, man, we're just hanging out, man. But since the last time we talked,
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
It's since the last time we talked, I think it was Saturday or Friday. Yeah, Friday.
That was Friday.
It's definitely a bigger prevalent topic around these places, around this place about that RCT program getting shut down. And I mean, I don't know, right? This is just coming from them people, from the green side, and what they're telling people back here. And they're really hip to, they're really on these, their verbiage, and they're passing it around like it's the thing to do about their bets on the numbers of people getting harmed once they open the gates for them guys to come out. And, I don't know, it just don't sit right with me, man. It just, go around announcing that to the tier and to myself and other people, and it's like, God damn, you people are sick-minded motherfuckers, and you got me locked up.
Right, they got that whole thing going on with the death row inmates. They already had one death row inmate homicide. And
right.
That was what, within a month?
That was a month ago or something.
No, I mean it was a month between the time they were released out of the row and
right.
Right. And there's,
but it's bizarre because it's like they don't. I mean, it's not bizarre. It's kind of par for the course with the fucking CDCR and the corrupt machine. They just don't give a fuck.
They don't.
But to go around and verbalize that they're placing bets on how many people get fucked up. I mean, god damn, man.
That's evil.
These motherfuckers are dirty shit stains for real, man.
Hey, outlaw. Truth seekers unite.
Outlaw,
that's right.
Boy. We send ours to you, bud, man. I hope you're well. I was just telling folks about that. It's a more of a prevalent topic, man, that they're letting that RC program, the gates come open, and how they've been going around since we last talked on Friday, and talking about they're placing bets on how many people get hurt. Can you imagine that shit? Law enforcement placing bets on how many people get hurt. And it's like, they set that shit up. They're setting all that shit up, man. All of it. It's all the dirty ass pigs, man. Straight up. And you know what? Since Friday, I got fucking couple more fucking J-Cats down the tier, man.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Didn't they promise they wouldn't do that? Didn't they promise they wouldn't do that?
They promised. They promised they would stop doing it. And then they just brought another one earlier today down the tier, man. And these motherfucking dudes are like just flat out disgusting. One guy, he's been down there. He masturbates to every chick on the tier when a female cop, female nurse, and he's even doing it to the male nurses now. And so the officers saying they're trying to get him out of here, but it's like they keep bringing more and more and more. So you're lying. They're fucking lying, And what's fucked up is that we gotta live around these son of a bitches, these sick motherfuckers, and they're a whole different class of they're not even people. They're fucking subhumans or something. I don't know, but somebody that's smearing shit on their cell walls and on their cell doors and masturbating to women. That's not a fucking human being, man. That's some fucking sexual deviant that came right from a Damascus billy goat.
Stop.
Hey, how long you guys look up Damascus billy goat? You're going to see the ugliest fucking animal in the world. I couldn't believe that shit. That thing was that fucking ugly, man. But, that's like, to me, they just won't stop bringing these fucking weirdos around us, man. And the pigs are complicit. They're part of it. They protect them dudes, and you ought to see how they baby this guy, the one that masturbates to these women and shit. They beg him not to do it. They'll give him an extra apple. They'll beg him not to go suicidal.
You
They'll
want to
give
hear?
him extra milk.
You want to hear something fucking hilarious? I mean, straight up,
Yeah.
like, okay, this is really sick. Okay, so like, I like to watch Love After Lockup or Love During Lockup, and they had this guy on there. He just got out. He's hanging out with his chick, and he's telling her how much he would masturbate in front of staff, and they liked it. And I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And
they check it.
And this woman, she's just, her jaw's just dropping. It's like, not in a good way.
What the fuck?
And this dude, he's just like, oh yeah, and they would like, they liked it. They wanted me to. So I, it was like,
that's sick. That's sick, man. That's sick. That's some sick sexual deviant shit, but that's what them SNY snitch tuber dudes are, man. They hang out with those guys. They kick it with them dudes, and they fucking chill. That's the people that they yard with. Birds of a feather flock together, point blank, period.
So Tim asks.
What?
He asks, does CDCR offer any kind of explanation for why GP are housed with psych cases?
None.
Well,
none. Hey Tim, the direct short answer is they offer no explanation other than this is our fucking house. We run our fucking house the way we want, no matter what our policy says. We do what we want.
Well, didn't
and
they start
exactly
out?
What they do.
Didn't they start out because of your status? They said they had nowhere else to put. They had nowhere to put you. They didn't have a separate wing for your classification. So what the hell? They put you in the fucking PSU.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, let me call back. I'll call back.
I've asked myself. I've asked a few times, and it's like, well, that building's assigned for that class, and and always an excuse. It's just a nasty fucking torture chamber. It's just like the worst I've ever seen. I don't get it. Back.
All right, I'm back. Yeah. So okay, when they put me here, they fucking said that the cell I was in was my assigned cell by the federal marshals, and that they couldn't move me nowhere, no matter what CDCR wanted to do or the prison wanted. That's what they said. Okay, then next thing you know, the fucking Warden Lynch and Gina Jones, who's now the fucking warden. She wasn't a chief deputy warden. Now she's a warden in that Stockton medical facility. Illegally housed me in that PSU, and I'm not even mental health. And the PSU requirement, again, is to be clinically classified as the most severe of severe cases of mental health. And I don't meet none of that. But they put me over there for 6 months. So that move right there from point A to point B shows that they lied. Okay? Well, then when my attorneys put the pressure on them, they moved me out of there back over to point A again into a different cell, a different section. And then I got moved into this cell, which I'm still in now for 4 years almost. And, they just lie all the way through. And again, their policy don't equal practice. The policy is not practice. They do not do what they say they do on paper. It might look good, or it might, look strict or what, or or like they have this ability or that ability, but they never ever stick to it. It's always deviated from to fit whatever they want it to fit. And I've seen that so many times in my 30 years in prison. It's just, it's like they're a lawless bunch of criminals. Flat the fuck out. So they promised not to ever, to try to keep these tiers, a couple of, most of these tiers GP, or at least as much as they could, but, and not to bring these EOP over no more to us, around us. And so, like a couple days ago, they brought two more on my tier, and then this morning, about a couple hours ago actually, they brought another one. A fucking he-she. A himmer.
Fucking
he-she. It's a chick with a dick. And, but, it's down the tier, and, as long as it's quiet and lives its life, I don't give a fuck. But it's the ones that kick the doors 24/7. It's the ones that are fucking rubbing shit all over the place and make it damn near impossible to eat this already shitty food that we get, because of the stench. And the cops just fucking cater to him, Like, he'll go suicidal 4 or 5 times a day, so they got to go down there and watch him masturbate. And then, they offer him to use the prison wall phone. They try to bribe him and all types. It's a fucking weird-ass, bizarro land. That's the best way I can describe it is it's a bizarro land. And when you got cops that cater to fucking sexual deviant, fucking J-Cat, door-kicking, fucking shit-eating, smeared fucking scumbag, you got a fucked up world, man.
Tell us how you really feel, Brant.
I know, man. I'm on a roll, folks. Get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn.
Get your popcorn. Snap, snap.
So weren't you having a little problem? Was it this morning or yesterday morning? God, every day seems to blur one into the other. I don't know how you do it.
I know, man. Well, a problem with what?
A little situation to, getting what you're supposed to get and being told they don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That goes to them fucking psych techs, right? The pill pass nurse. So, I told y'all they took my heart meds, and then they reinstalled them, and then they fucking forgot to do something again, and some chick, now check this out, this is no bullshit, folks. Some chick that can't even speak English, and I'm not going to knock her because of that, but she can't speak English at all. And, she might be able to say hi and bye and fuck off or something, I don't know, but her English, her grasp of the English language is very, very minimal. Well, I asked the regular nurse, why is this chick smashing medication in this plastic bag to the point of pulverizing, busting a hole through the bag and losing half my medication onto the floor or the cart? And she goes, the regular nurse goes, well, first of all, I know who you're talking about, and she just don't give a fuck. She don't care. You can 602 her all you want. She don't care. And in fact, some of us know that her clinician license it's a fraud. It's fake. And what they're doing is they're going to these other countries.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
They're getting people to come over here on work visas and give them a job in a prison. And while they're doing that, they're being given some copy of a certificate from a school, an online school, or some online shit from their cousin. and they white out the name, and they make a copy of it, and put their name on there, and make a copy, or get some paper to make it look legit.
Well, honey, you're so behind the times. They're not whiteouting it. They're altering it on the computer. Believe me.
Okay. Well, I'm old school, man. Back in the days, people did that shit in order to cheat the system. Well, here you have a situation where they're medical. They're supposed to be the first line of medical, right? And this chick can't even speak English, for one. And I guarantee you, if they go into her shit, she never passed no fucking exams on whatever class she had to take online, and I guarantee you she didn't. Now, this is a prevalent topic in the medical health, the CDCR health department, of these people cheating the system to get 90,000 a year, 80,000 a year, whatever, And so I asked around. I know a few nurses that are semi-decent, right? And they said that it's not fiction, it's factual. And that's all they would say. They wouldn't say no more. They just said it's not fiction, it's factual. So, this chick forgot to do my fucking shit on Sunday, and then today, or yesterday, I had some fucking problems getting my heart meds again. But, because she forgot to put in a renewal of it.
And then she doesn't even care. And then she don't even care.
Right. She didn't even care. She probably don't even know how to do the renewal.
Here's the thing.
And that's why.
Here's the thing, though. They're called psych techs, but all they do is pill pass. Right. And they're supposed to be doing more, though, right? Aren't they supposed to be doing some type of
they're supposed to. Right.
Therapeutic sort of approach or something?
Well, they're supposed to, I don't know all their job descriptions, but I know that they're supposed to review all the medications they pass out, and whatever expires in 72 hours, to send a notice to the doctor. Well, they don't even do that half the time. Actually, 80% of the time. And, the regulars, yes. We got 2 regulars, 3 regulars. When they are here, they do their job and they do it well. It's the ones that are floating. They fill in here and there, and they don't care about what they're doing. They're just trying to get off the tier. So this guy down the road here, down my tier, at the end of my tier, doesn't fucking gunsling on them. That's what we call these guys, gunslingers. Because they'll whip out their shit and start slinging their gun on them. And, they just trying to get the fuck out of here, especially if it's a woman, So, this chick, I don't know what her problem is, but I know this. She can't speak English at all, and she'll do this weird clicking shit with her tongue, right? And I asked the cop, what does that mean? What's she doing? He says she's counting your pill in your cup. She keeps count by clicking. And I'm like, holy shit, man. Where the fuck am I? And this chick, I had to check my medication and make sure my 3 heart pills, my blood pressure pill, and my pain pill were all there. And not mixed up. Fuck. You know what I'm saying, baby girl?
Yeah. Well,
and get this. Go ahead.
Oh, well, Ken says hi. You popped in.
What's up, Ken? How you been, man? We send ours to you, bro.
Hey.
We hope you're well, man. All ours to you guys, man. Check this out. So today they had what you call an audit in the building. Now, I don't know if it's just an audit for medical or mental health or whatever. But I do know I've seen about 7, 8 different psychologists walking around in suits and shit. And They just walk around and look down the tiers. They don't do shit else, you know. And the cops, they come by this morning and clean up the tiers, sweep and mop, polish it all up so it's all looking pretty. And
this call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
All nice and clean, and you know, and they walk around like they're professionals all of a sudden, and you know, it's a fucking show. It's all for show. Let's show them. And then when the cameras are off and everybody's down with their guard down and they're just chilling, this fucking place it's still disgusting, man. It's still disgusting. CSP fact ad seg is fucking disgusting, man. They protect these gunslingers, these weenie whackers, and fucking call it a rehabilitation.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
messed up.
fucking way out.
Way
Way out on there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes no sense at
Well,
all.
every day now, folks, check this one out. Every day now, we're having trouble with our tablets, right? So in the mornings, you know, we get up, turn our tablets on, and they're always fucking up on us. Then we got to ask the cop, hey, go send an email to the tablet guy and let him know. Like, all right, we'll get at him, you know. But they don't have a system set up yet, or I don't know about yet, but I don't know if they're ever going to have a system set up where, you know, we can let the tablet people know, hey, your guys' shit got a glitch. Something's wrong, or this, that, and the other. And every day now, folks, it's like something's going on with the tablets, the electricity, the fucking, you know, it's just always something. The food's fucked up. You know, it's always something here, man. This is a very, very
You have 60 seconds remaining.
unprofessional prison and units. Very unprofessional, man. But I got to call back.
Yep. So has anybody got any questions for when he comes back? I know it sounds like a lot of grievance, but we've actually been doing quite a bit of we had a lot of drama the last couple of days as far as what's going on over there.
All right, I'm back.
You back?
Yeah. But so y'all got any questions? Shoot them, man. Also, you guys know I was telling you a couple videos ago I filed to vacate my plea because the prosecutors didn't uphold their end, right? So I'm hoping, you know, once you know my shit's filed already, and I'm gonna vacate my shit and reopen the case. And, you know, anybody running their mouth about me and my shit, they're getting subpoenas. Let me hear anybody. I'm putting them on the stand. You know what I'm saying? This way, because it'll be an open case, and motherfuckers want to run their mouth, so we'll go ahead and put them on the stand. That's where I'm at with it, you know. But I do got some attorneys now on that thing, so that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Hey, Dave, girl, remember I was telling you just earlier today I was watching Court TV, and I was going to update you a minute. I was going to update you a minute ago before we started this. But you guys, a couple videos ago, I was talking about that Alec Baldwin decision when the judge dismissed the case with prejudice.
Right.
So it can never be refiled.
Right.
Well, the DA in that case she hid some evidence, some evidence from his defense lawyers that would prove or could prove he's innocent. Well, now, people, check this out. This DA she don't quit. She's continuing to fucking beat her table, pound her table, crying fucking that the judge fucked up. The judge shouldn't have did that. Blah. And the victims are fucking, going through extra trauma now and this, that, and the other. But she was the one that was pulling some prosecutorial misconduct. Her name is Carrie Morrissey or some shit like that. Morrissey. And she got caught. She got caught with her fucking hands in the fucking cookie jar, man. And now she's fucking hating on the judge because she got caught lying. And that's the type of crap that's got these prisons full of people. Lying ass prosecutors.
Yep.
Hey, babe girl, today, earlier, they put something else on the TV talking about she's mad, she just can't accept it, and for the third time she's going after him again and trying to appeal the decision, and it's like, man,
she can't accept losing. Let's be real about what it is she's not accepting. She's not accepting losing. And that's bullshit.
Right. That's what's got these prisons full of people, prosecutors like that.
Yeah.
I understand there has to be justice, right? I get it.
Right.
I get it. But not like that.
No.
That's some fucking shit when they're hiding evidence, or they're planting evidence, or they're using jailhouse snitches. Hey, on that case right there, not Alec Baldwin, but the little girl's case before him, Gutierrez.
Right.
Hannah Gutierrez. On her case, her boss was a little blonde-haired girl who threw bullets, the empty shell that fired the live round away, got rid of evidence.
Right.
She was ditching evidence intentionally because her ex-boyfriend is the one that sold them the blanks. And she got on the phone with this guy, and he's like, throw it all away, hurry up, start fucking the gun up. So she fucking does what he says, right? Well, the prosecutor gives her immunity, turns snitch and testify on Gutierrez and Baldwin, and I'll let you off.
So the person who held all the control in the situation gets off and gets to blame someone else.
Right.
That's insane.
She gets off and she blames two other people. One got convicted, and Baldwin's attorneys, who are very, very masterful at their craft of the law of science, smashed her ass and exposed the DA as a corrupt prosecutor. And you see the difference, right? The little girl's attorneys, he was a good attorney though, but he wasn't that upper echelon $1 million attorney like Baldwin had.
Right.
Right. So I have a friend of mine that I know, folks that his attorneys told him, oh, well, we don't want to file this or file that. Upset the prosecutors.
What the hell?
Fuck a prosecutor.
So
who fucking gives a fuck if you got
So wait a minute. So you're saying the defense attorney is more concerned about not upsetting the prosecutor than defending the client?
Absolutely.
That's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Baby girl, that's what's wrong with the system. That right there, man. Well, that's one of them. That's one of the elements.
Well, we got some questions here. We got a couple questions.
Oh, well, let's hear.
Let's see. Outlaw says, what can we in the Free Society do to...
and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
What can we do to help Brant and others in the Free Society? What can we do in the Free Society to help you?
Okay, first of all...
And others in your situation.
Hey, Outlaw, listen, bro. Let me tell you something, man. you do a lot already, more than what you know, bro, by exposing them fucking snitch tubers as the corrupt minions of IGI and law enforcement. You know, and I thank you for everything, man. I really do. And in fact, my wife's been telling me about you for years. And it's good to finally, you know, be able to take a question from you and to answer and talk, you know, like this. And now, so you can call the prison. You can write emails to the Warden Lynch about how they're fucking putting JCATs with GPs. Get it to media outlets. Whatever, you know, you can do to expose the corruption and, you know, the shit I've been saying as far as this prison goes. You know, anything helps, you know, anything. And write letters, write emails to fucking the prison administration, Sacramento, fucking who else? Prison law office, prison focus, the watchdog groups, whatever you guys can do is highly appreciated.
Solitary
highly
watch.
Appreciated. Solitary watch. Hey, and not only by me, but on behalf of my co-defendants and all of the GPs. You know, Outlaw, we salute you, bro, on what you do for us by keeping it real and honorable and with integrity on how these fucking snitch tubers work, man.
The Marshall Project is another one. Project Veritas is another one. Maybe I should put a list together and maybe others can help.
Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll put a list together, me and my wife, and we'll get something together in the next couple days and put it where on the community, babe?
Yeah, probably there. We'll also put it on the Instagram. We have a new Instagram, and we're trying to get it active. We're trying to get it going.
Right.
I'm not a big social media person, but we could get some people who have a lot of followers maybe recognize what's going on. You know, I followed the like-mindeds, and they're just like, I don't know. I don't think Instagram's all that hot unless you're hot. I just don't get how it works sometimes. That's why I don't really like it. I mean, I don't want to hang out there just to be social, but we have something we have to say, and so we have to.
We're going to. Yeah, we got to. It's like, I feel that the onus is on the strong-minded with honor and integrity to speak out and educate you guys in the public on the real fucking deal. Because if we don't, the snitch tubers and the law enforcement are going to have their fucking way with their lies, deceit, and disinformation.
Yep.
And I just can't do that, man. I got to be able to sleep at night, and I got to be able to look myself in the mirror. I'm not going to allow that to happen without my voice being heard loud and clear on the real fucking deal. You know, and I salute all you guys, man. All you truth seekers, Ken, Tim, all you guys, man. Sonny, everybody, man. And Outlaw, you know, you guys are cool, man. You guys are solid. You guys been riding with us from the get-go of this little thing we do, you know. And fucking whatever you can do, man. Like, send an email or fucking put it on TikTok and come check us out or something. You know, when we do this, pass the word. You know.
Well, I did do a little Instagram, like we did that little ad, that little promo for our YouTube.
Right.
So like you have total permission to go disseminate that around or share it, however it gets out there. You can do redos of it or whatever. I don't know. I'm like I said, I'm not a fan based person. My art comes from behind the scenes, and
Yep. So what was the other question, babe?
Okay, so Tim K asks, is vacating a plea something they can fight?
Yes, they can. They can fight that, but I got right on my side, number one, first and foremost. Number two, it's in my plea deal itself in the body of the deal that I be housed in the Bureau of Prisons of the Federal Bureau of Prisons as part of my deal. So it's part, not only is it in my sentencing, but it's part of my deal. And the fact that I'm still here 9 months later in solitary confinement, 9 years now, and 9 months after I took the deal, I thought they were going to honor it. I didn't think that my attorneys and the feds, I didn't think we'd all be bamboozled. I thought they would at least honor that part of it and then go to the feds. But they do have the right to tell the judge, hey, we tried, oops, oh well. He took the deal, it is what it is, he's waived his rights. No, I did not waive my rights. I only waived my right to an appeal based on your word in the clause in my deal. So if that clause wouldn't have been in the body of my deal, I would have never signed that dotted line. Now, the way this works is I file a vacate. Well, now she issued an order giving me my 2 attorneys back on record now to fight my vacate. So, that's a good thing. That's a good thing because they rarely issue attorneys that fast on these type of issues. So she issued an order for my attorneys. Now the federal government prosecutor gets to respond. And then once he responds, we'll tear his asshole wide open in the courtroom. I'm just talking legal shit. And we'll tear him up. The truth is going to prevail, right? Well, at least I hope it does. Fuck, I get it. Like a lot of people in the world can't stand the truth, so they lie about everything. But, it's in my deal. It's in the sentencing when the judge, questioned the prosecutor on it. He was all...
You have 60 seconds remaining.
He was all 99.9%. It was done deal. I'm going to feds as soon as I get out of here. As soon as I sign, and as soon as she sentenced me before the ink dries, I'll be in the feds. Because they all knew if I was here through the trial, I wanted to go to trial. But the dude knew, and he wanted to get rid of my 2 attorneys because they're fucking courtroom sharks. And if he got me out of the way, that's 2 less attorneys he's got to deal with in the courtroom in a trial. And that's what he did. Let me call back.
Very, very interesting. Wow. So I love seeing all you guys getting on in the chat like that. And 15 minutes doesn't seem like very long, does it? It just goes by so fast. 15 minutes.
Telephone number will be monitored and recorded. Thank you for using Global Link.
Alrighty.
All right, I'm back.
Back.
So, yeah, but that's how that works, Jim. They can fight, but it's in the deal and it's in my sentencing. Everything the prosecutor said to the judge when she questioned him on the issue itself, and I'm pretty sure I got a good shot at getting this thing thrown out.
He made promises he couldn't uphold.
Right. He wrote a check his ass couldn't cash because on the back end, the Federal Bureau of Prisons, BOP is the equivalent of CDCR, right? But over there, I guess they got a bunch of bureaucratic bullshit going on with the government and blah, blah, blah. And, they're like, no, we don't want him. We're not taking them. And at first they said it was because of my medical, but then all these months later, I found out it was not.
Or they're claiming
my medical.
Or they're claiming
right.
It wasn't.
So, right. So, I don't know. I'm just I'm fighting to get out of here, man. I'm fighting to get the fuck home. I'm fighting to fucking get a better tray. I'm fighting to fucking wake up in the fucking morning. I'm getting old, man. I'm fucking getting old, man. 6 back surgeries, 2 heart surgeries, and a fucking mean 14 bullet wound in my left leg. That shit's getting old. Oh, baby girl.
Well, plus the fact that you didn't fucking actually take a life when they took yours.
Right. Yeah, I didn't take it. Nobody got hurt in my case, so. But yeah, they took my life. The fucking, the prosecutor, Kelly Mulcahy, she took my life. I didn't take no life, nor did I hurt nobody. So, I mean, that's the fucked up part about it, you know?
She wonders about it today. Oh, I wonder if I got the right one. Like, well,
yeah, she still wondered if she got the right person. She convicted the right person, she said. She wonders for 2016, she was saying that.
So that to me sounds like there wasn't room for doubt. It was not beyond a reasonable doubt.
Right,
so,
right.
You know.
Well, now, why is that just for the? Why is that allowed? You know, for her to do that, and yet she wasn't sure of her own shit, but.
And they would call it a harmless error or some crap like that. Meanwhile, you spent your whole entire life in prison, but it was a harmless error.
Yeah, harmless error.
My ass.
But we're just gonna take your life. We're gonna take your life and throw it in a box. Oh well, we fucked up. Who cares? We'll just cover it up. We'll let you become a product of your environment and be raised in our system. Yeah, that's what they did, man. That's what they did.
Yep.
Now they got old gunslinger down the way whacking his willy on my tier. When it rains and pours, that shit fucked up, man. Oh, man. I have to laugh at it, because if I don't, I'll get pissed off and kick the fucking door off the hinges and come out of my cell and just take over shit. No, I'm playing. But yeah, it's definitely tore the fuck up. It's definitely tore the fuck up. I just hope, I hope that, you know, once she tosses out my conviction, or she tosses out the plea, that, they fucking, they're gonna refile the RICO charge, and then perhaps move me, because I'm pretrial. I'm the only pretrial one left. So,
hold on.
You know, I have to see how. What?
Tim's asking some questions. Yeah, he says he doesn't know how they live with themselves, and we can't figure that out either, except I think a lot of alcohol's involved, for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, I actually spoke to her once, and she was drunk off her ass about 4:00 in the afternoon.
Oh well, you spoke to the DA, right? You're talking about Kelly Mulcahy?
Yes. Mulcahy, yes.
Right, she was toasted up.
He wants to know what your original sentence was.
My original sentence consisted of triple life plus life plus life plus 12 years. Every one of them was consecutive sentences, not concurrent, but bull-legged. It's called bull-legged. Because there were 3 alleged victims, targets. I don't call them victims because they didn't get hurt. Three dudes that pointed me out on the stand, and then I guess you know, when they were on the stand, they really couldn't point me out because they really didn't know. They weren't too sure if that was me or not. But I still got convicted. So, but yeah, I got triple life plus a consecutive 12 years. All of them consecutive, all sentences.
And I believe you got convicted because the jury was annoyed. And I bet 9 times out of 10, there's an annoyed jury behind a conviction.
Right. Well, you know, like, baby girl, you read the transcripts. Everything that DA did was weird. It was all fucking.
It was weird.
She thinks, she feels, she believes.
Right.
Not that she knows.
Right. All her statements were "I feel" and "I think," and yet anytime anyone said anything that wasn't cold stone factual, she would call them out and demand that they, reword their statement to not include
Or strike.
intuitive.
She would,
Yeah, she would strike for
right.
anything intuitive or anything that went outside the scope of concrete evidence, which there was none. There was none.
No, just three guys saying I shot at them. I shot at them from 10 feet away with a 12 gauge Mossberg pump. That's what they said.
They had nothing but a speculation, and
right.
and they ran with it.
Well, my attorney, the original attorney I got right there, this guy was he would deal with DUI cases, not attempted homicide, and but he did say, how is this an attempted murder case when the alleged shooter was 10 feet away with a 12 gauge shotgun? He was pretty sure if he wanted to kill him, he would have killed at least one. So he goes, this doesn't fit attempted murder, and she said, well, yeah, it does, because I say it does. And if your client ain't the shooter, you can't.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You can't get in the mind of the shooter. So how do you know it's not an attempted murder? Maybe
wait. The attorney could not assume. The attorney could not assume a conceptual state of being with the facts, but she can.
Right.
But she can.
But she can.
Because
right. That's the bizarre thing.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of double standards going on. This was for second-degree attempted murder, right? It was a what?
No, it was attempted murder, premeditated attempted murder in the first degree, but it's half of the sentence. So 25 to life, I got 15 to life on each one.
I didn't see anywhere in the sentencing that it said it was 15 to life. All I saw was 25 to life.
No, it's 15. It's actually 15, but yeah, it is. Trust me. I know it really well.
Well, I'm just saying I didn't see 15. That reading the transcripts. I never saw that.
Right. Well, it would be in my sentencing minutes, not the transcripts.
Okay.
But I mean, it should have been there because everything was there in the first place. But it's just, again, man, like in the Alec Baldwin case, these fucking prosecutors, I get it, there needs to be justice, but come on, man, not like that. Not like that, man. They fucking concoct evidence, hide evidence. No, they know motherfucking cop is up there lying or a witness is up there lying, but they don't give a fuck. They just want to win. They just want to win.
At the time, too, there was a real push to fill the prisons, and it was like, just another poor, 19-year-old loser that they could just turn into a commodity for their books.
Right.
They didn't.
Hey, man, I'm not no loser.
Well, but that's how they saw you. They just.
I know.
You didn't have money backing you. You couldn't hire an attorney. You couldn't do a lot of things that somebody that had a silver spoon in their mouth could have done. So you were ripe for the picking, and they were pretty gung ho. I remember those days, and a lot of people leaving the streets.
Yeah, a lot. Because, the 90s was what they called the prison boom.
Yep.
8 prisons went up in the 90s. 8 prisons were built in the 90s. That's fucking nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, that there's intent behind that for sure. And then,
that's when it became enterprise, industrial complex type of thing, or company, industrialized and commercialized and shit like that,
Well, that's when they decided to start making it part of a stake. What do they call it? A stakeholders
Stakeholders, yes.
So all these companies, along with the judges and the prosecutors and the police, are have some stake in what goes on in the prisons
Yep.
as
They
as a
sure do.
financial interest.
And they are financial backers at that. So they do. They have. I mean, that's a conflict of interest that I heard of once.
No, Tim,
Really?
there's no justice. There's no justice for anyone. It really isn't. I mean, it's so rare.
No.
Like we've seen it a few times. Brant's an avid watcher of court TV, and he fills me in on all kinds of stuff, and I'm just astounded at what I see.
Yep.
And I wonder
Yep.
which court proceedings make it on those shows. There has to be something phenomenal going on, and I'm surprised that all of it isn't favoring the delusion they want justice to be seen as. There's actually a lot of truth coming out of those.
Yep.
And,
I mean, I've seen a lot of cases get verdicts of not guilty on this show, and 90% of them cases though now got very, 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 very good courtroom attorneys.
Right.
Or it's a battered woman that killed her husband in self-defense. Why? Let me ask y'all this, man. If you got a wife and a husband, he's been battering this chick for years. She killed him in self-defense, sticks him with a knife. This is a Florida case, right? So the DA wants to fucking push charges on her for murder too in the second degree. Now, I mean, she ended up beating the fucking she got a not guilty and went home. But to even make that woman go through that shit after she was battered and beaten many, many times, there was a record of it. There was several witnesses to the abuse. And, one day, I guess she finally got tired of it and was cooking something, had a knife in her hand. He came up, turned her around, slapped her in the mouth, socked her in the eye, and she stuck him in his chest one time, and it went right through his aorta in his heart. And he died. Well, she's got wounds on her face, scratches and everything, bleeding out her mouth, tooth knocked out. And
You have 60 seconds remaining.
The prosecutor hit her with murder too. That's insane, man.
It really
You don't
is.
do that shit to no woman in the first place.
No.
Number two,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored.
Oh, well. Yeah, we're learning a lot through this process. That is for sure. It's been quite the journey. Yeah. California was contracting out of other states. Yeah, but they stopped that because they wanted guaranteed full beds, and there was no regulation. And thank God they stopped doing that. It was messy. I think the last of them have finally closed. There might be a little bit overflow in Arizona or Nevada, maybe, but I don't think it's normal.
so,
Ken was just saying that California contracted out to other states, and I was just saying, that they don't. That's kind of like that's over with. They're not doing that anymore.
Well, you know why they did that, though, right? So when the Judge Stilton Henderson in the Ninth Circuit demanded CDCR release 70,000 inmates in 2 years, or else they were going to have the feds take over the prison system because the capacity is only meant for 100,000 inmates. They had 189,000.
Mm-hmm.
So they got 2 years to do it. Well, you know what CDCR did? Instead of releasing people, they shipped and made contracts with out-of-state prisons to house our level 2s and level 3s like fucking 30,000 inmates out of the prison system in California. They shuffle the deck. And then they start releasing the fire campers and the level ones who were 6 months to the house. So that's how they got around that. And once the capacity went down, they brought all them guys back from out of state. And I think it's like 120,000 now in CDCR.
I think it's 109 now, but I could be wrong.
109.
But they've also closed down 4
So-
prisons too, so they're packing them again. There's about 5 or 6 of them
Right.
that are over 150% capacity, but
Right.
overall it's still 113%. Where they want to stay under 130. So it makes no sense to me why some houses are packed and others aren't.
Well, it's a numbers game and money. It's a numbers game and it's a money.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And if you follow the money, I guarantee you'll find corruption. I mean, I could damn near, I'll go a year without eating. I'll try anyway. If you can fucking follow the money on CDCR and you don't find no corruption. I guarantee you there's a bunch of corruption on that money.
It's there, but I don't understand why they have to pack some houses to overflowing. You know, there's some
Right.
that are,
No,
there's
I don't
like
get it.
5 of them that are over 150%.
Right. How's that work? You know,
Mhm.
how is it you got 100 beds and yet you got 150 people?
Well, more than
you know,
that,
I'm just giving it. Right.
there's room in other places. They're doing this weird
Yep.
mishmash mixing of the yards. There's no concern. I don't understand why they don't segregate
Right.
yards to behavioral issues. Like
Yeah, right. Like based on crime-based yards.
crime
Right,
or mental illness or whatever it is. I mean, I don't know why the tranny and the freak folks don't have their own yard, or why the
well,
the SOs
what
don't
they
have
do
their
is they-
own yard.
right. Well, what they do is they put them trannies and the gays and the weirdos and the rats and the chomos and the homos and the rapos all on one yard, and they all get to hang out together now. And but there's again, I had a conversation. I forgot to tell y'all. I had a conversation the other day with a lieutenant, and he's kind of a decent lieutenant, right? He ain't out to fuck people around. And he goes, that he understands the fact that S&Y system is 10 times worse than GP. I go, well, if you understand that, why would anybody with a half-ass IQ, average IQ, and decent, ability to make a decision for S&Y ever? And it's 20 times worse than over there than GP. Why the fuck would they do that? And he goes, you got me there. You got me? I can't even answer that because anybody in their right mind would never go S&Y. He goes, they can't hide over there either. They can't go do their own program over there either, like they used to 30 years ago. They used to be able to do it 20, 30 years ago before these fucking S&Y cliques start popping up, all over fucking state. These little cliques are weird, they leave over here to go over there and get into the same shit that got them in trouble over here that they went over there in the first place. Drugs, politics, gang, or whatever. And it's just, I told this lieutenant, there's no way that CDCR and CSP SAC Warden Lynch could say that system over there, the guys can go do their own lives, they can live their own life however they want to, keep their head down and parole, go home, and yet it's anarchy. It's 100 times worse over there than any GP in the state of California prisons. You could put that in the bank and cash that check because that's a fact, Jack. It really is.
That's a fact, Jack. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Step on a crack, break your mama's back. No, but the lieutenant was speechless. He had nothing to say, and he knew I was right. He's like, man, dude, that fucking shit, that system over there is disgusting. You know, we walk by these cells and there's 3 or 4 dudes in there fucking doing weird homo shit, or they're over there stalking fucking female cops and female nurses and stuff. He goes, it's disgusting, man. He goes, you're right, Daniel. You're right, Scooch. Nobody would ever in their right mind go over there, man. So, you know, for someone to think, all you youngsters, whoever you are, if that's what you're thinking and doing, you're crazy as fuck. You know, fight whatever you got to fight. Go out with your head held high. You know, fix your shit. Whatever you got to do it. Because that is not the key. That's not the answer.
No.
I promise you.
No, it's not.
I promise you, man. You know, I really do. But, yeah, that's definitely a fucked up world. It's bizarre land like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that they're like, that's your free pass is to go there. It makes no sense.
That's not a pass, first of all.
No.
I mean, it's a worse situation for people.
But they try to make it sound like it is.
Right. I've heard these motherfuckers, and this is no bullshit, tell youngsters how good it is, and sunshine and roses and free fucking this and extra program and puppies and kittens and goldfish and, you know, just such a lovely place. Man, they're full of shit. All they want to do is you to be their bitch, because once you're there, that's what you are.
It's like Captain Hook.
Bitch.
It's like Captain Hook in the island of the lost souls, and it's like, yeah, come be a free spirit, and they turn into little work donkeys.
Right. Yeah. Or you got 3 fucking big dudes holding you down for one to go up in your gut.
Oh God.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
That's disgusting.
I know, man, but it's the truth, and I'm trying to help these kids save themselves so they don't do that shit.
Well,
you know?
Stay out of trouble on the street in the first place. Stay away from problem people.
Right. Yep. If you go to prison, go to TP, keep your head down, live your life, don't use drugs, stay off, out of the politics, go to, something gotta happen, it's gotta happen, it's going to, whether you're there, you're involved or not. Keep your head down, get your education, study some law, do whatever you want doing on the streets to make it right. Get your shit right, man. Get your shit right.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I say. But whatever you do, if you get in the cross, politics, whatever, figure it out. There's a way out. There's always there's always some type of way, man.
Yeah,
learn how to talk.
but
learn how to.
Don't be stupid and think that the brain that got you there in the first place is the same brain that's going to get you out. Okay?
No. You got to enhance your education. Why not, right? That's my opinion. Why not learn, read a book, go to school, get an education, go to a law library, get healthy, especially your mind. Get your mind healthy, man.
Yep. Read lots of books, that's for sure.
Yeah, right. Even if it's just a book, just read them. Read books, expand your vocabulary, expand your brain. Go on a trip in your brain while you're reading your book. Do something other than just sitting here watching Maury Povich, who your baby daddy, all day. Because you're a sheeple. That's what you are, sheeple.
That's terrible.
But yeah, man, you know, you go to prison. I hope you don't, but if you do, read a book, man. Learn something. That's what I say. But don't go over there. Whatever you do, don't go over to the SNY side. We call it the dark side. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's right. Ken says knowledge is the greatest power anyone can have. And Tim wants to know.
Amen, brother. I swear to God.
Tim wants to know what are some of your favorite books, and before you go into that, Outlaw says they paint SNY out to be Disneyland of CDCR. Yeah, they do.
I know, Outlaw, bro. You speaking to the choir, my friend, because I know they do, and it's lies, bro. All they want is the information. They want the person to give them what they already know, and they get 10,000 more a year on every SNY.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Because now they got to add a layer of protection. That protection layer is 10,000 more per inmate on their budget request. So, you know, it's a monetary incentive to back people or back them to go over there. You know, to smash these kids to get them to go over, whoever's going. But don't do it. It's not Disneyland. It's the opposite. It's fucking, what was that? Sodom and Gomorrah problem. You know? Whatever the fuck that is.
Purgatory.
But, you know, yeah, purgatory. Worse than purgatory. You got chomos and rapos over there, dude. Fucking people baby raping people. I mean, come on, man.
So,
and let's. They say, wait, hang on. The funniest thing I've heard, listen to this, babe, that they check paperwork. All you motherfuckers are dirt bags. Who the fuck are you going to check paperwork on? All them fuckers are dirt bags, man.
You're funny. You're funny.
So, you got a dirt bag checking a dirt bag's paperwork.
Damn,
man. Really?
Or listen to Prison Boogeyman fairy tales. Yep. So the folks want to know what books you recommend.
So, okay, I like Morgan Llewellyn. My favorite book I've ever read is Morgan Llewellyn's The Red Branch. The Red Branch. It's just, out of 5 stars, it's a 5+. I like it. I wish they'd make a movie out of it. It's Viking shit. I like The Lion of Ireland by Morgan Llewellyn. I like a lot of fucking.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Every John Grisham book you could think of, A Time to Kill, fucking all his courtroom dramas he writes, Tom Clancy's, Executive Order by Tom Clancy, fucking Clear and Present Danger by Tom Clancy. Those are good books. Let me call back.
Mm-hmm. You know, one of the best books you could possibly have is a big old fat dictionary. Dictionaries are amazing books. They help you to write better as well as know the meanings of those $64 words. And nothing looks more intelligent than a well-written letter. And if you're in there, that's the power right there. The power of the pen is going to get you out faster than anything else, I believe. Yeah. They want prison conformists, not righteous convicts. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. They don't want the way it was in any way, shape, or form. And they're going about it all wrong, though. I can tell you that much. Sorry about the whiny dog. He said he's had enough, but no, he's just the dog.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid. Thank you for using tShow link.
So,
All right, I'm back.
so, what about like self-help, legal help type books? I mean, you're already jammed up there. Now what?
Okay, so a good legal book is called let me see, it's The Prisoner's Self-Help to Litigation Manual by Daniel Manville. That's a good book. There's a bunch of good legal books. I just can't dial up their names. I got a list. I have to pull it out.
Did you
Next
say
time I'll write it down to you
Dershowitz
guys.
had a good one that really helped you understand?
Yeah, Alan Dershowitz wrote a good one. I think it's called Some Defense. I'll have to pull that out and give it to y'all, the name of it. And his book was very eye-opening to how bad and how corrupt the prosecutors are. You know, Dershowitz is a constitutional lawyer and professor at Harvard, a law professor, and he's at the top of his game in the law, in the legal field. And I mean, he said there's some stanky fucking prosecutors like you wouldn't believe. That book really opened my eyes, other than my own jury trial, my own trial with my own prosecutor issues, you know. But there's also, I want to tell you guys this book. And if y'all ever check it out, man, get it. You can either get it on ebooks or whatever, read it. It's called The Soul Survivor. The Soul Survivor. I can't remember the author, though. I read that book in 17 hours because it was so good. It made my hair stand up, and I ain't got no hair.
Uh-huh.
My eyebrows stood out, folks. That book right there really hit me in my chest. Y'all need to, if y'all got time, or if you can hear it, it was a hell of a book, man. The Soul Survivor, about some kid. And it's, I don't want to tell you much about it, but just check it out. It's one of the best books, hands down.
We got to give a little synopsis. You got to give a little synopsis of it.
Okay, I can't help it. All right. So, this is the book that was based on a kid that Oprah Winfrey did an interview with, and Matt Lauer did back in the days from NBC, where at the age of 2 years old, this kid was able to speak airplane coordinates in the sky and in the ocean, and he was able to conjure up. He was a fighter pilot in World War II, right? World War II and shit like this. And they were just, the mom and dad were hardcore Christians, so they can't believe in reincarnation. They were so hardcore with it. They're like, oh, he's just having dreams, or he read this, or he heard this. You guys are fucking lying. It was, and they did everything in their power to debunk the fact that the kid had a past life. And so, the book is really good, man. I'll give you one little part, and I won't say no more. But in the book, the kid is like 7 years old at the time of this one chapter. So the kid don't know that his mom contacted this lady who was like 90 years old or 80 years old. So she takes her son to meet this lady. And the son ran to the lady, hugged her, and said, "What's up, sis?" And he knew that was his sister from his past life. That's all I'll say.
Wow.
It was.
Wow.
It made my hair stand up, folks. So just The Soul Survivor was a very good book, man. The Red Branch. Oh, there's another one I got to tell you. And Tim, you guys, is a really good book by what's that guy's name that wrote the Sackett guy, Wester.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
What's that guy's name, girl? He wrote the book called the Sackett book. Fuck.
You're not talking about Louis L'Amour, are you? I know you like
Louis L'Amour.
Okay.
Yep, Louis L'Amour. Check this out. He wrote this book called The Walking Drum. it's not like any of his other books ever. All his books are shit kickers. Shit kickers, we call them westerns, cowboy books. This book is not that. This book is something way different, and it's the only book he ever wrote like that. The Walking Drum. Y'all gotta read that one. That's a hell of a read, man. So, that's a few of my books. Like, I've read The Art of War, the Book of Five Rings, 48 Laws, The Art of Seduction, the fucking 33 Strategies of War, all that stuff. Man, I read that shit when I was a kid, man. I read that shit at the Bay. And then I went back and read it in Spanish because the Pelican Bay Library is the best library in the state of California prison system. And their catalog's about 7 inches thick of English authors. And then the Spanish catalog is like 186. It was 186 books, and me and my friend read every one of them. Whatever it was, we read it in Spanish because it helps us. I read the Game of Thrones in Spanish. I never even read it in English. I read it all in Spanish. I highly recommend them books right there. The Soul Survivor, Red Brant, The Walking Drum. Very good books. Very good books.
Tim was wondering if you ever read Robinson Crusoe.
I have read some of it, but not much. I like stuff that I can like the law, strategizing war, shit like that. And I like some self-help shit too. To keep your mind. Keep your mind even keel and at ease. Because, the mind is something else. I've also read a couple of psychology books. There's a book by Cordelia Fine called, what was the name of that book? The Black Swan. And in this book here, it talked about, world problems. How a lot of the world's problems is initiated by one spark that nobody really sees at first, that grows to this huge 1,000 million acres wildfire. But that one little spark could have been avoided by this, that, or that. It's like dialectic type of stuff, to pick apart stuff, shit like that. But yeah, so that's my genre. I like stuff like that, Other than that, I've read quite a lot of books, man. And over time, it shit blends together. I've read a lot of what's the other fucking dude's name, girl? Stephen King. I don't like Stephen King at all.
I read a lot of Stephen King, but I found sometimes the gratuitous morbidity of what he would write. I mean, in the beginning, he was kind of like would call it amusement park, fun house sort of weird, but then it just got creepy and creepy. Yeah, now that was just above and beyond. I couldn't with that.
Yeah,
and then
weird ass killer clown. But
started reading Desperation, and it was just like, you know what, this is too creepy for me. And I never picked up another Stephen King book. Come to find out, he's kind of a wingnut. But
yeah, he is. I mean, look what he writes about. He is a wingnut. But back in the days when we were in the hole and shoot, you didn't get TVs back then. So. It was reading, man. It was whatever you can get your hands on. Danielle Steele novels. A romance novels. I probably read every book Danielle Steele got. And all she does is write romance novels. Her and Jackie Collins. And I read all that shit. But back in the day, that's all you can get your hands on.
So Outlaw wants to know if you ever read a book called "Stop It, Dog." Come on. The
what?
Rise and Fall of California's Prison Radical Movement.
No, I have not read that book yet. Matter of fact,
That sounds like
I'm
something
gonna
they
have to
try
get
to ban.
that. Right. They also they got a book list, right? That's on their ban list, and I would not doubt it if that was on there, because the Black Hand, they got probably about 150 books on their ban list that they won't let us have at all.
I even tried to send him
That does sound interesting.
that book by Gabriel Morales that, added him in there, before the man. That dude edited his book, made another printing of it, and had Brant prosecuted in there before he'd even been to trial, before he ever did anything.
Oh, well,
You were under
that guy had me
first year indictment.
Prosecuted,
Yep.
in his book, and I had this case here hadn't even we didn't even go to trial. They haven't even figured out the death penalty at the time.
Right.
But that dude wrote a whole book and fucking stick a fork in him, he's done.
Well, he wrote the book before. He wrote the book years before, and he just did like an update or edit on it and put you in there and a couple of the others, and it's like, the audacity of that dude.
Yeah, again, all he did was take some snippets
from the newspaper.
From a newspaper article. From a newspaper. Hey, folks, in his thing, he says he only reports the facts. He don't report shit but what the newspapers tell him. He takes that clip out the newspaper and pastes it over here, and he makes it his own. And that's this dude's style. That's what they're doing.
Yep.
That's what they're fucking doing. The snitch tube is doing this shit too.
We've found out from firsthand experience that the newspapers aren't as honest as they pretend to be. Not anywhere near.
No. They're so No. No. That's why, like, if I got something to tell y'all, I'm gonna get on here and clear it. I'm gonna clear the air. We're gonna talk about it if I can. If I can't, we won't. But if it's something I can come straight from the horse's mouth, I'll let y'all know, and the world know. And other than that, hey man, don't believe that shit at all until you hear it from me, because I'm telling you now, it's a Disneyland spin.
It really is.
It's a Disneyland spin.
So,
right, baby girl.
Are we gonna wrap up? Does anybody got any last questions before we check out? We've been on for quite a while. Ooh, we're going on an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen, let me give you guys my best, Outlaw, Tim, everybody else, Sonny, everybody, man. I appreciate y'all's time, and it's been cool, man. It's been real cool to hang out with you guys, and thank you for everything you guys do, and your best wishes, and we'll be on here as soon as we can again. Hopefully, maybe Saturday we'll come on, and maybe if something else pops up, we'll share it with you guys.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the Disneyland stories or the Boogeyman stories. Stay away from the mess and why motherfuckers, because they're full of shit. And, other than that, man, I keep mine real. And I'll catch y'all next time, man. Take care of my truth seekers, man. Have a good one, folks.
Thanks.
Bye-bye, man.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully we'll have some real interesting stuff coming up here next time. All we can do is keep exposing, pulling those covers, and sharing that truth. And y'all have a wonderful night, and keep on.